Hey, what's up guys, Sir Emanon here, and welcome to another feature match commentary on the channel today. So this is going to be round 2 of LCS number 11 that's happening this weekend, and this is going to be between Tristan on Tri-Brigade Lyrilusc versus Pak on Dogmatika Shaddoll Invoked. And if you guys do want to check out both Pak's channel as well as Luxury social media platforms, feel free to check those out. The links will be in the description box below. But let's get started with this matchup here without any further ado. Obviously these players know each other, so just a little chat before the match actually starts here, and it looks like Pak is going to take the RPS win, so he's going to choose to go first. Also notably, this is not the trap-oriented build. This is quite different from what he's been playing quite a lot, especially for his build or balling on a budget series. But anyways, this is going to be the opening hand for Dogmatika Shaddoll Invoked going first, which is Nadir's Servant, Super Poly, Mystic Mine, Squamata, and Prosperity. So has a lot of really powerful cards. Interesting to see stuff like Mine in the main deck. Obviously this card has gotten a bit better with Virtual World maybe being a little bit less popular, although it might still be seeing some play. We'll have to see, of course, because the new format is still very young. That being said, this hand does look quite strong. And then the opening hand for Tri-Brigade Lyrilusc going second is going to be Kit, Triple Tactics Talent, Chaos, Reborn, and Hcabe. So not really any dedicated go second cards in this hand, and has the ability to kind of play, but we'll see what kind of a board Pak can put up. So we're going to go to main phase 1, activate Pot of Prosperity. That is going to banish, looks like just 3 actually. And then reveals El Shaddoll Fusion, Shaddoll Dragon, and Shaddoll Hedgehog. So let's see what was banished actually. It was Entis, Verity Anaconda, and Gravity Controller. So pretty interesting excavations. Some people have chosen to cut El Shaddoll Fusion, which is what he's going to add to hand here. But that is something to note, is that Pak really does enjoy having the plays in like the battle phase and stuff to dodge targeting effects as well. Oh, he accidentally shuffled after Prosperity because they do technically go to the bottom. So just going to fix that real fast and then activate Nadir's Servant. That is going to send a copy of App Clone and then search for Ecclesia. And then App Clone effect is going to grab Schism and then send probably the Squamata here. Yeah, Squamata gets the trigger as well. That's going to mill a copy of Hedgehog, and Hedgehog triggers add another Squamata. And then he's going to normal summon the Ecclesia, use that effect. That's going to grab the Punishment. And this is quite strong. This is Schism as well as Shaddoll Fusion, or El Shaddoll Fusion rather, and Punishment as well. Will we set the Super Poly? No, chooses to keep it in hand. So he has Window setups, he has Construct setups, and he has Punishment. So this is going to be pretty hard to beat. For turn, we're going to see a top deck Sapphire Swallow, so nothing like Fractal or Cobalt Sparrow or like Turquoise Warbler or any of that. So it might be tough to actually win the game here. We'll see what he does. Oh, he actually just chooses to scoop. Fair enough. You know, that was going to be very, very hard to break through, especially if you weren't confident in your hand. So might as well just conceal your deck and then move on into the next one. So it looks like in game 2 here, we're going to have Tri-Brigade Lyrilusc go first. If you guys are enjoying this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new here and want to see more commentaries similar to this style. We're going to be commentating a lot of the LCS rounds this weekend, so be sure to stay tuned for those. But the opening hand for Tri-Brigade Lyrilusc going first this time around is going to be Foolish Burial, Tenki, Kairos, Fractal, and Nerval. Lots of Tri-Brigades in this hand, so it should essentially be full combo for sure. 5 engine cards is quite good. And then the opening hand for Dogmatika Shaddoll Invoked going second is going to be Punishment, Shaddoll Fusion, Psyframe Gear Gamma, Nadir's Servant, and a Psychic Soldier that rides in a battle against security forces on Currents of Lightning using an autonomic amplifier called Psyframe. So yeah, there's one hand trap in this hand, plus a lot of really strong go second cards, which are incidentally part of the engine as well. So it's really cool to have these kind of blowout cards that, you know, don't really contribute to bricks necessarily if like you draw too many of them. So we're going to see Tri-Brigade Lyrilusc go first. They're going to activate a copy of Fractal. That's going to send itself to the graveyard and then send Kit. And then Kit's going to send a copy of Oath. And then going to activate Tenki. That's going to search for another copy of Fractal. And then he's going to normal summon Fractal and then use the on-field effect, the other one that is, because it technically can't send itself from the field, but chooses to banish 2. And then Pak is actually going to chain Gamma in response, so that's going to negate and destroy the Fractal. Driver from hand feels bad. But going to then activate Kairos here from the Tri-Brigade side of things, sending Nerval, summoning itself to the field, and then Nerval triggers to grab a copy of Kit. And then going to be thinking here, it looks like. He's going to activate Kairos, that is going to banish 2 to summon out a copy of Farid. And then going to link those 2 away for another copy of Farid, so really trying to dig for something here. That's going to draw Jack into hand, which is not too bad here. And then put back Foolish Burial. Jack in the hand is going to activate. That's going to reveal Turquoise Warbler, Cobalt Sparrow, and Nerval. And then Pak is going to choose to take the Cobalt Sparrow. And then Tristan's going to add Nerval to his own hand. And then Turquoise Warbler gets put back. Going to activate Farid next. That's going to summon out Nerval from hand. And we haven't used the on-field effect of Nerval yet, so that's going to banish 2 to summon out the Ancient Warriors Link monster. And then going to link those 2 away for a copy of the Simorg Link. And then go to end phase. Cyphems get banished, and then the Simorg Link summons a copy of the Barrier Statue of the Stormwinds from the deck. So overall, not too bad. Pak does know the last card in hand is Kit. I believe they actually went over it in chat as well, because it was added off the Nerval. But gonna draw for turn. Oh, okay. So top deck's Mystic Mine, which actually is really, really relevant here, because Nadir Servant is a good card, but Entis obviously can't target, the Barrier Statue of the Stormwinds and stuff. So it would have been pretty interesting to see how this hand would have shaken out without the Mystic Mine, since Shaddoll Fusion is not really going to resolve. I heavily doubt Pak is on Wendigo. But yeah, the Mystic Mine definitely changes things for sure. Can make things a bit more of a slow game until Pak draws more appropriate outs. So he's going to activate Nadir Servant. That's going to send a copy from extra deck to graveyard, a copy of App Cologne. So that's going to grab Ecclesia. And then App Cologne triggers. That's going to search and then dump Ariel. And then Ariel is going to banish Oath, Farid, and Nerval. Very good. And then going to activate Mystic Mine. And then set Punishment. And now we play the waiting game. For turn, we're going to see a top deck Kit. I believe that's the 3rd copy, actually. Yeah. So 3 Kits in this deck. And he's going to set 1 and then pass. He's going to top deck a copy of Nadir Servant for Pak. That's pretty good for later, but chooses to pass back. Draws a Foolish Burial, which is actually the one that was put back via the Farid effect from the first turn. He's going to activate it and then send a copy of Turquoise Warbler, probably just deck thinning here, and then going to pass. We're going to see a top deck Lightning Storm, which actually could come up, because there's a lot of cases when you have Mystic Mine up, you can draw a second copy of Mystic Mine, and then you draw a second copy, you set it over the Mystic Mine, and now you have no face-up cards, so you can clear the board. Definitely can help, facilitate a clearing of the Barrier Statue by getting rid of both the protective cards here. For turn, we're going to see a top deck Sapphire Swallow. Just going to pass. Not really drawing any outs right now. Obviously, he's not scooping, so he has outs here, which makes sense because you really want ways to stop Schism. Draws Invocation for turn, so there's the first glimpse of the Invoked package. For turn, we're going to see a top deck Rendezvous. Going to set it and pass. We're going to see a top deck Delancia for Dogmatika Shaddoll Invoked. This is just a lot of back and forth here. Going to normal summon Ecclesia, so Pak is finally pulling the trigger here. Looks like he's only on 1 punishment, and maybe set it out a couple of copies going second, but chooses not to use the effect, and then going to attack in the battle phase over the Barrier Statue of the Stormwinds. And it looks like on the attack declaration, we're going to see Rendezvous going to target the Simorg Link to give it an additional 700 attack. That way it gets into the grave, so it can actually protect the Barrier Statue here, since it actually can use both of those effects in the same turn. So going to activate the Rendezvous there to protect or not activate it, but apply the effect to protect the Stormwinds. And then Punishment's going to activate, still in battle phase it looks like. That's going to target the Ancient Warriors like monster. And then pop Entis, or send Entis rather. And then Entis effect is going to pop Ecclesia, so he wants to keep mine up for a bit longer. And then going to pass. For turn, we're going to see a copy of Nerval drawn. Again, just not an out. For turn, we're going to see a top deck Schism here, which could be decent later for sure. Going to set it and pass. We're going to see a top deck Call by the Grave. It's really not finding anything of value. We're going to see another Terraforming activation. So that's going to search a copy of Magical Meltdown. So yeah, this could be similar to where it goes set Meltdown and then go Lightning Storm to clear the Simorg. Or you could try and clear the back row as well. Going to activate Nadir Servant. That's going to send a copy of App Clone and then add back Ecclesia from Graveyard. Yeah, probably only plays 1, which is why I wasn't activating it the whole time. App Clone effect is going to send a copy of Shaddoll Dragon after adding it to hand, of course, and then Dragon's going to pop the set, going to chain it, and then target Ariel. And then that's going to resolve. He's going to set Lightning Storm and then pass. We're going to see a top deck Chaos for turn. And a pass. For turn, we're going to see a top deck, I believe that was the second Shaddoll Fusion. I'm going to set it and pass. This is Mystic Mine gameplay. Draws Turquoise Warbler, passes. Draws Shaddoll Hedgehog. Normal summons Ecclesia, goes into battle phase, attacks over the Stormwinds. And then going to activate Shaddoll Fusion in main phase 2. That's going to send Gamma and Shaddoll Beast. That's going to summon out Construct. And he's going to grab the effect of Construct and the Beast, so going to send a copy of Resh. To DB is a bit slow loading the images here, but going to draw Invocation as well. So there's also Alistair plays as well, potentially. Yep, going to break the Mind, activate Magical Meltdown, go for Alistair, and then going to activate Invocation. That's going to banish the Gamma from Graveyard, and then send the Alistair from hand to summon out a copy of Hcabe. And then going to activate another Invocation, banishing the Alistair, and the copy of Clone to go for Kaliga. And then get an Invocation that's going to put itself back and add Alistair to hand. This is looking very, very good for Pak here. It might be... Actually, it won't be the end of the game if Kaliga stays on board, since only one attack per battle phase. Going to link away the Construct into Gravity Controller, and then add back Resh with Construct. And then going to set the Resh, activate Schism, and then that is going to actually be it. So, wow, Pak actually taking this one 2-0. So this was probably going to go for Winda. And would have been Winda, Hcabe, and Kaliga. And yeah, that would have been extremely, extremely difficult to get rid of. So yeah, that's going to be it. Wow, I did not expect the game to end this way. This is one of those matches where as soon as I saw Mystic Mine, I kind of just went AFK until the match ended. But yeah, wow, that's pretty crazy. So that's going to do it. Thanks guys for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like as well as any thoughts or feedback in the comments. Subscribe for more informative and competitive Yu-Gi-Oh content. If you want to, you can follow me on all social media platforms or support me with the links in the description as usual. And until next time, I'll catch you in the next video. See you guys.